Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whenever it is that you're watching. Welcome to another episode of Life Lessons. Glad that you're here with me today. As you can tell, I'm out on the bike. Man, what a beautiful, beautiful day this is to ride. Last few days have been rainy, but actually the last week or so has been rainy, and couldn't get out on the bike, couldn't get out on the deck. But boy, today is just absolutely gorgeous. I hope your day is going well. I hope your week is going well. I hope all is well with you, your family, those that you love. Get out and enjoy the days. We're getting closer and closer. Doesn't seem possible, but we're getting closer and closer to that colder weather, shorter days. You can already tell the days are getting shorter. But get out as much as you can, enjoy the day, and you'll be better for it. So I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about as we're riding today. I want you to just sit back and enjoy the ride. Enjoy the beautiful day. I'm glad you came along with me to ride. So I was thinking about what to talk about while we're riding today, and I got to thinking about this thing called time, or timing. Everything, we often say, we've said it ourselves, or other people say it to us, everything is about timing, right? Everything is about timing. And how true that is. Everything is about timing. And so, as I do every week, I want to give you a passage of scripture that we can kind of hold fast to, use as a jumping off place for our life lesson today. And it comes out of Psalm 37, verse 5. And it says, "Commit your way to the Lord and rely upon Him, and He will do it." Kind of sounds similar to, trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not into your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. Very similar to that. But here it says, commit your way to the Lord. Commit your way to the Lord, rely upon Him, and He will do it. Now, that doesn't mean that, God is our, what do I want to call it? Our Santa Claus. Not that. Doesn't mean that at all. What it does mean is that everything is in His time. We talk a lot about it, and it seems like, when I was younger, it seemed like, the summer days just drug on. Seemed like time was a lot slower back when I was younger, but now it's like, holy mackerel, time just flies by. It just absolutely flies by. And, we say time's getting shorter, but there's still 24 hours in a day, right? I mean, there's still 24 hours a day. There's an 8-hour work day. I'm not sure why that person was flashing their lights at me. Oh, I see now. Okay, getting hay in. So, time seemed to go by slow, but, there's 24 hours in a day when I was a kid, 24 hours a day now. 12-hour days, 8-hour work days then and now. So, maybe it's that our life has gotten so much faster. I don't know. We see stuff on the news now that's, we can watch it in real time. Things that are going on across the world. I mean, it's just amazing. So, commit your way to the Lord, rely upon Him. That's the key, is rely upon Him. Now, it does not say that He will do everything according to what we want. No, it doesn't say that. It says, rely upon Him. In other words, He knows what's best. I've said before, I'll say it again here, He is not limited, God is not limited by time or space, okay? He knows past, present, and the future all in one. So when you think about timing, we want. I mean, think of the whatever the thing is that you've been praying for a long time. Whatever it is, another job, better income, maybe issues with your family, whatever it is, and you wonder why in the world, why doesn't God do something? Well, it's because He's not on our timetable. Okay. It says, commit your way, the way you walk, what you do, how you live your life, commit that to the Lord, rely upon Him, and He will do it. Now, I want to think about 5 things that you and I can do to just rely upon Him, to do what the passage says, to rely upon Him and rely upon God's perfect timing. Number 1, trust in God's timing. Trust in God's timing. We want God to hurry up, right? We please hurry up. I'm impatient. How many of you are impatient? I tend to be impatient. You can ask my wife. I don't like to wait for things. I want them yesterday, right? So trust in God's timing. I want you to recognize that and be aware that He knows what He's doing. He knows what He's doing. And when He makes us wait, right, it's for a reason. So we need to trust in His time. I've told my Sunday morning small group study. By the way, if you'd like to join that, you can go to Team Hewitt and just request to become a member, and you can do, and we'll do that every Sunday morning, 9:30. Do a live stream. So if you want to do that, that'd be great. We'd love to have you. So recognize His timing. He will act when He sees the need to act, not before, not after. There's an old song that says God is in time, on time, every time, right? So trust in God's timing, not in yours, but trust in God's timing. Second of all, have faith in the uncertainty. Have faith in the uncertainty. Believe, in the Hebrew writer says, faith is the absence of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. My way of putting that is believe in that which you can't see as though you can see it. Okay? Believe in that which you cannot see as though you can see it. Even though we may not understand it, even though we may think that God needs to act faster, quicker, He will be on time. And so we have to have our faith. And sometimes it's the reason that He waits and makes us wait is to stretch our faith in Him. See, we want God to be, this big answer guy, right? I go to Him and He will answer. He has an answer for everything. But His answer may be wait. It may be not yet. It may be I want you to go do this first. He's always, I tell my small group class, he's always working behind the scenes. Always working behind the scenes. And so you need to trust and have faith when things look uncertain. Things may look uncertain to you and to me, but they're certainly not uncertain to Him. Okay? Third, and this goes directly to the verse that we read out of Psalm, commit your ways to God. I may not understand it. I may not have the full understanding of it, but I'm simply trusting Him, and He's leading me in this path. It may be uncomfortable. As the saying goes now, it may test your comfort zone. It may do all of that, but you need to commit your way to Him. Whatever your concerns are, whatever your worries are, whatever it is, just simply say, "Hey God, I believe in you. I believe you have my best interest at heart. You will not harm me. You don't take some perverted pleasure in watching me squirm and worry and fret all over things. So I'm going to commit to the fact that you know what's best. You know what's best. Okay? Fourth, and this may seem obvious, but maybe not so much. Pray and believe. Pray and believe. God may want you to pray about whatever it is, whatever the issue is, whatever the thing is. God may want you to pray, just to learn to pray. Learn to pray. Oh, we're coming to a stop sign here. I think I'm going to turn left. Hold on just a second. Let me navigate this stop sign here, and then we'll get back to what we're talking about. Okay, so pray and believe. Know that God hears your prayers. Okay? Know that God hears your prayers. He may not answer them when you and I want Him to answer them, but He hears our prayers. Okay? Pray and then believe. Now, notice I'm not saying believe that God's going to give you what you want. No. You need to pray and then believe that God will have an answer for you that's in your best interest. Now, He may ask you to do some things along the way, right? He may ask you to do some things. But you need to pray. And this isn't a gimme kind of prayer. This is praying in faith, believing that God will answer your prayer. Now, I want to be very, very clear here. I am not talking about name it and claim it. I am not talking about that. The Bible nowhere teaches that. I know that there's a lot of preachers and evangelists, televangelists that are teaching that, and I want you to know that is a false teaching. A false teaching. So, but we can believe that God will reply. God will answer us. It may not be today. It may not be tomorrow. It may not be in 6 months. But He will answer us. Now, let me quickly say, if we're praying for, well, God, should I do this? Maybe it's a job, right? Maybe, boy, and it all looks fine. More money, greater income. It looks like the job that you really want. That doesn't mean that it's God's answer for you. Okay? I've experienced that in my own life. Things that I thought were exactly what I really wanted. Once I got it, I realized not so much. And I'm sure some of you have experienced the same thing. I've got a vehicle coming up behind me here, so I'm going to slow up and let him. These are things that you encounter on a motorcycle, things that you don't think about when you're in a vehicle. But I'm not in a big hurry today, and I don't want to jam somebody up here. So I'll find a place to pull over here, and then we'll continue on. Just hang in there for a little bit. Maybe let him go by here. He doesn't want to. Okay. So back to where we were at. Pray and believe. Believe that God, one way or another, God will answer. And again, His answer may not be what you want. Okay? I tell folks all the time, be careful of that which you pray for. Because it may come in a way that you don't expect, and it may require you to do some things that you don't want to do. So now let's recap for a second. When you're talking about trusting God, when you're talking about committing your way to Him, the first thing is to trust God's timing. The second thing is to have faith in times of uncertainty. Okay? Don't be caught away by what you see around you. Okay? I mean, think about it. We live in an incredible time of uncertainty. Okay? We've got an election coming around the corner, and there's a lot of uncertainty there. Do we trust this person? Do we trust that person? There's things going on overseas, particularly with Israel. A lot of uncertainty in the world. But we need to have faith in times of uncertainty, particularly when it deals with us individually, with our family, with what's going on, in our part of the world. Okay. And then third, commit your way to Him. Stay true to doing what He has instructed you to do. There are some things He's already instructed us to do. Okay. Have faith in Him. Is one of the things that He's instructed us to do. So do that. And then fourth, like I just talked about, pray and believe. Pray and believe that God will give you an answer. It may not be the answer you want. It may not be the answer that you have desired, but He will answer you. And then finally, rely on God's presence. Rely on God's presence. So, God, sometimes we pray and we feel like, and it's often said, I pray and I pray and I pray, and it seems like God doesn't hear me. And in a previous podcast from a few weeks ago, I talked about when God is silent. And if you're experiencing that, I'd invite you to go back to that podcast and watch that again. The title of it is When God is Silent. So rely upon God's presence. You and I can find comfort in the fact that He says, I will never leave you, I will never forsake you. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. Okay? His presence is always with us. And so we can draw comfort from that, and that helps us to rely upon Him yet even more, to rely upon Him. To think about what my relationship with Him is going to be. What is it that He wants from me? What is it that He's trying to say to me? I've said often, there should always be three questions. Always three. Okay, watch this. Always three questions. What is God trying to say to me about me? What is God trying to say to me about Him? And what is God trying to say to me about me and Him? Okay, let me say that again. Three questions that you and I should always ask. Always ask. Number one, what is God trying to say to me about me? Number two, what is God trying to say to me about Him? And number three, what is God trying to say to me about me and Him? If you will ask yourself those questions, every time you're searching for, what does God want me to do? Does God want me to do this, or this? Anytime that kind of question comes up, or that kind of issue comes up, ask yourself those three questions. What is He trying to say to me about me? What is He trying to say to me about Him? And what is He trying to say to me about me and Him? Okay? So, commit your way to Him. Commit your way to Him. Rely upon Him. Commit your way to the Lord. Rely upon Him. And He'll do it. He'll do it. May not be the way you and I want it, but He will do it. Okay? Listen, I want to thank you for coming on a ride with me today. Hope that this has been meaningful to you. I hope this ride's been enjoyable for you. Love to have you along. This is something I look forward to as much as I can do it when the weather permits. It's a beautiful day outside. Humidity's just a little bit there, and I can tell it's starting to get a little warm. But man, what a gorgeous day. So thanks for riding along with me. I'll see you next time. Maybe we'll be on the bike, maybe we'll be on the deck, but either way, or maybe we'll be somewhere else. Either way, we'll have another life lesson for you next week. Thanks for riding with me. We'll see you later.